Welcome to Yahoo Finance Presents. I'm here with the one and only Andy Cohen, executive producer behind the Real Housewives, host of Watch What Happens Live, creator of Radio Andy on SiriusXM. I could go on and on. Andy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. There's
so much to get to, but I want to start with the empire that is the Real Housewives. I mean, BravoCon was such a success this year. You guys have spin-offs both at home and internationally. Did you ever anticipate that the franchise would take off the way that it has?
Never. No, I did not. I mean, I would say season 2 of Orange County, I thought, wow, it was manifesting itself to be the soap opera that I hoped that it would become. But no, we're in 2022 now. We've got 9 iterations plus Ultimate Girls Trip. So this is a massive cultural phenomenon that has shows no signs of letting up. And it's a testament to the hard work that we've all done, trying to keep each franchise special and going and a great viewing experience for the fans.
And reality TV has really changed since its heyday, right? I mean, we're no longer in that peak TV era. We've seen this shift away from reality programming to more scripted content with the streaming boom. How has the Real Housewives really not only survived, but thrived through it all?
Well, I think through the careful leadership of the creative teams behind them, and of course, from the women themselves. I mean, the secret sauce of the Housewives is all in the casting. And I think we've done, a lot of great work finding the right women and then figuring out, how to keep the energy going and taking people out of the mix and putting people back in and putting new people in. There's not a science to it, but there's, certainly it's a process that we all care very much about. We care about the show a lot, and we want it to be great for the fans.
And on the topic of streaming, there's so many platforms right now. The media has really changed. So as an executive producer, not only behind the Real Housewives, but also your own show, Watch What Happens Live, how do you keep up with the shifting media landscape and continue to create content that resonates with current audiences?
Well, I mean, I think the good news is we have a brand, first of all, I would argue that Bravo is one of the few brands in television or streaming that people actually care about. There's actually BravoCon and people pay to go to it and have a great time. And it's a destination. It's a place they want to go. Bravo is a vibe that people love. People aren't saying, oh, I want to go to, I don't know. I'm trying to think what another, NBC Con. I mean, I love NBC, but Bravo is a brand that people really care about. And the Housewives are a brand that people care about. So, it's all about creating the brand and sticking to it and keeping it going as far as I, am concerned.
And speaking of, things being a vibe, we got news earlier this week that CNN wants a less boozy New Year's Eve. I know you addressed this very passionately on your show, but was the first time that you heard about this from that Variety article, and what initially went through your head?
No, I mean, I had heard that they were going to curtail the drinking of some of the correspondents. Certainly, I think part of the fun of New Year's Eve is watching me give Anderson shots. And I'm certainly excited to continue doing that this year. And I understand that they want to maintain, have their correspondents maintain some sort of decorum that, viewers can expect. On the other hand, it's New Year's Eve. And I think, the direction that I've been given every year at CNN has been so great, which is it's New Year's Eve. Have fun. And so that's what we plan to do again this year on New Year's Eve. It will be a party. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I always love it because I think I bring out a different side in Anderson that people don't get to see, that people really, really like. And I'm excited to do that again this year.
And, to follow up on that too, CNN has been going through a bit of a revamp amid the Warner Brothers Discovery merger. What do you think the future of not only CNN, but really network television as a whole is heading right now?
You know what? I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm just focused on my own stuff, keeping the Housewives going, keeping Watch What Happens Live going, Radio Andy and the Kiki Lounge on Sirius XM. Those are my priorities. And in terms of networks and streaming, it's kind of, it's too big of a question for me, frankly.
Yeah, so there's this clear transition in media. You've had a transition at several points in your career as well. So what would be your advice to entrepreneurs that are looking to create a brand that lasts and can really, span the test of time?
Wow. I mean, I think knowing what your brand is really important. Also, knowing whether whether there's a demand for it, whether the demand is being met somewhere else. Is what you have something unique that no one else has? And, what are you bringing to the equation? Making sure, sometimes people come to me with an idea that they think is a great idea, but they're not necessarily bringing anything besides the idea. It's like, so figure out why you're important to the idea and what you can do with it, and that it's something that the marketplace doesn't have, and then build it from there.
And shifting gears to fatherhood, you are a dad of two. The holidays are coming up. I see you're already set up in the background. So how do you plan to survive this holiday season?
Well, I mean, I have a lot going on. We're talking about all my projects, and then I've got 2 kids. I'm a single dad. And so I really like my routine to be set for the holidays and beyond. I think that, I'm partnering with Alexa because I think Alexa is a great gift for the holidays, but the Alexa has also helped my holiday routine immensely. I like a vibe right when I walk in my apartment. I like to walk through the door and say, Alexa, let's get lit. And then I have a whole vibe that creates, Alexa, let's get lit. It happens. And I'm there. It's great. And it just saves me a lot of time. I have my music, I have my lights, I have my disco ball, and I'm ready to go. It's a party right when I walk in my apartment. I think it's a perfect gift. It's a perfect time saver. We're all really busy these days, and everyone's also looking for kind of gift hacks. And I think this is the perfect one.
Yeah, and you're especially very busy. I mean, looking into 2023, you've recently signed a contract extension with SiriusXM for Radio Andy. What are you excited about there? And just because I'm curious, is there one person that you haven't interviewed yet that's on your 2023 bucket list?
Never interviewed Michelle Obama. I think she's not only inspiring, but I think she's funny and fascinating, and she's got a lot to say. So she's one. And she's also a role model of mine. And in terms of Radio Andy, I'm so excited just to keep building the brand. It's really become the definitive home of pop culture on Sirius XM. It represents all corners of my brain, politics and pop culture and music and fun and reality television. So, and it also allows me to do long form interviews, which is something that I love, with people that I may not necessarily have on Watch What Happens Live, like politicians or authors. And so it's a great extension of my brain.
Mm-hmm. And you are the king of pop culture. So what's the #1 pop culture story that you're watching right now? I know for me, it's this Taylor Swift debacle, and it's funny to see how that's sort of transcended a lot of different mediums. People are talking about it that I didn't even know, like Taylor Swift. So that seems to be a big one for me right now.
Well, I think the story there is Ticketmaster and, the monopoly they have. And what a disaster Ticketmaster is. That's the story with that. I mean, if they can't figure out how to sell Taylor Swift's stadium tour without causing panic and tears in a bunch of Swifties, they need to get it together.
Mm-hmm. And you are one of many people that is preaching that right now. Well, Andy Cohen, thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it, and can't wait to see what you come up with in the 2023 and beyond.
Thank you so much.